Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Good health. Good morning. I am earlier today. Still not on time, but what can you do? How is everyone doing? Come on in. Come on in. We've got Kristina Koram to talk about. Now, before we get started, book a reading with me, 213-458-7408, and subscribe. Especially for all my Diddy updates. Also, there's no also. I've got nothing else. I've got nothing else to talk about. I thought I did, but I didn't. So it is what it is. How is everyone doing? My phone. I try to clean it when I get out the shower. I keep forgetting. I like to clean the face, the back, the inside, with my washcloth. All right. Let me see who's on for right now. I'm nice and early, so I don't feel like I'm going to be panicking once it gets to, once it gets to 11. Let me just see. Oh, I needed something. They contacted me. All right. Oh, I know what it is now. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. There are things going on inside my head that I'm like, did it. All right. Let's say hello. We're going to say hello to Jenny. Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Incognito. Hello, Incognito. Noel. Hi, Noel. Hello, Miss Tracy. Danitra. Hello, Danitra. Doris, where have you been lately? Good morning, Miss Tracy. I made it. See, I always tell when my people are missing. And Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany. I thought I'd give everyone a different greeting this morning, but now I'm done. Not bad. Not bad. I tried a new creamer this morning, which was chocolate mocha peppermint, something stupid. But it kind of tastes like, with my coffee, kind of tastes like a hot chocolate. Okay. I'll survive. Okay, so where are we going today? What sinkhole are we going to widen today? I mean, there's only one sinkhole right now, and it's Diddy's sinkhole. But who are we going to throw in the sinkhole? Now, her name has been coming up a lot, and I had no interest on checking on her name, right? But as of lately, where's my back scratcher? As of lately, someone sent me something this morning that was probably one of the most disgusting stories I ever heard in a lawsuit. Do not think that Kathy's story is the worst story. Okay, so backdrop. I'll tell you without all the graphics. So this little girl, I don't know how old she was, came out of a club, and somebody named Shane. Do you guys know who Shane is? Hi, Mint. Hi, Lexo. Hi, Mint. Somebody named Shane went up to this little girl. And so to try and impress her, which is the catch and bait, right? He does a FaceTime with P. Diddy. Now, who knew FaceTime could be dangerous? FaceTime was used as a ploy to impress this little girl. She says to Diddy's face, I'm not impressed, and you killed Tupac. So then he says to her, you're going to regret that someday. Now, somehow or another, Shine does get her telephone number. And I guess he's pretending like he likes her. It is so easy to get caught out there because he continues to communicate with her. I'm believing, this is psychically now, I'm believing he communicated with her until he broke her down. So I think the FaceTime with Diddy was months ago. So this guy Shane keeps communicating with her until she's comfortable enough. Girls. Common sense. You called out his best friend and said you killed Tupac. Full stop. You never talk to the best friend ever again. But we're in hindsight now, right? This is for everybody else. Wait, am I loud enough? Let me get my mic over here so y'all can hear me in a professional kind of way. I really don't need the mic. I just sometimes like it. Okay, so she then accepts an invitation from this guy, Shane, to come to his house and watch a movie. What happens next, guys? See if you can answer what happens next. No, Shine is probably in Belize by now. This guy's name is Shane. No, I'll send you the video, but when I tell you it is graphic, don't be driving. Okay. Noel. Oh, I don't have my bell here. Diddy shows up. So Diddy, oh yeah. This is new names, right? Diddy shows up, and he shows up with I think it was two other men. She doesn't know who the two men are, so they're calling them John Doe 1 and John Doe 2. Let me send you the video because it's graphic. All right, girls. It's graphic. All right, let me go back up. Hold on a second. Interesting. Don't you hate when I begin to tell a story and I got to stop for a minute? Copy. Now I think I have you under here under Noel. Oh, I have you under here under something else. Doesn't really matter. But I have your real name and then Noel. Child, I just sent it to you, Noel. So then Diddy shows up with John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, but she doesn't know who they are. And they start to do things, right? And then there's something about a remote control being in a violent kind of way, right? So then they all, so then, oh, so then Kristina Koram shows up to help Diddy with a contraceptive. It's the first time I heard contraceptives were being used. By the way, the oil does show up. The oil. The reason why 1,000 oils, and I believe Kristina Koram carried the oil. She also carried some weird IUD. I don't know IUDs, but apparently it's something that you could slip in and that becomes the protective whatever, whatever. But for some reason, it was when she took it out her medical bag, it had been compromised. And so she says to him, you can't use this. Now, remember why that's important. She says to him, you can't use this because it's been compromised or it leaked or something. So he takes it anyway and he tries anyway. And you know, the only thing he's trying to prevent is a pregnancy, right? But it doesn't work. And so I feel like she takes it back, supplies the oil, and then she leaves. I feel like she was with another woman, but maybe I'm exaggerating more than Christina being there. But I don't feel like Christina was by herself. She then leaves after the woman had been buck, after oil had been all over her. She leaves. Now, that's one of the things that Busby lawyer is saying. If you were there and you did nothing, right? She then, things then happened to this little girl. Forward, backwards, upside down, slipping and sliding all over. It was a nightmare what she went through. Kristina Koram comes back in to administer IV to this little girl. Now, whether or not she got the IV, I can't remember that, but to administer the IV solution. While everybody's in the back smoking a cigarette. Some of them were smoking cigarettes. I don't think Diddy smokes. Maybe it was reefer. You're hearing it from me for the first time. I'm telling you, this gets bizarre. Atia and Kristina Koram carried the insertable IUD. Now, I stayed quiet about Kristina. I was like, nope, not going to check into her, not going to check into her. Not enough evidence, not going to check into her. Today's video was a monster of a video. Let me see if it's on TikTok. I don't know where I got it from. I mean, someone sent it to me, but I don't know where it came from. Let me see if it's on TikTok. Oh, when you hear the video, I don't even know. And by the way, it was on News Nation that reported this whole thing. It's on an account called Beck, B-E-K. Brand new, literally just a couple of hours ago, out of California. And there's a part 2 and there's a part 3. Like, it's a nightmare. This video that I just described has 7.4 million views. And it came out today. I think today. I'm a little confused. TikTok doesn't show the date and time, huh? 1 day ago. Okay, 1 day ago. And it's from an account called Beck, B-E-K. So put Beck and then Diddy. Let me see if I can find it. Beck, Diddy. And you will find at least the part 3, and then go to her name and you will see part 1. So it's a part 1, part 2, part 3. I couldn't finish 2 and 3. 1 was so graphic. I was like, oh, I just couldn't. I couldn't. So, oh. So, Ghislaine Maxwell, Kristina Koram, same people. You're in trouble. I heard she's missing right now. I heard she's missing. I can't believe he had all this going on and all these people were involved. Right. Was she trying to flush her system out? Yes. Not because of evidence, but to keep her alive, right? Like, whatever this activity is very damaging to the body. The oils, if it was laced with anything, right? Because they rubbed it all over. And they rubbed it all over, and then John Doe 2 went after John Doe 1. And John Doe 2's phone started ringing, and he went to answer it. How disgusting are you? You're in the middle of this basically assault, violent, and your phone rings, and in the middle of the assault, you're going to answer your phone? And he couldn't because everything was so slippery. And Diddy is watching, and, while John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 were taking their turns. John Doe 2, I believe, phone rang, and he went to answer it, but his fingers were so oily, it slipped away from him. And then he tries to grab it, but he starts to slip and slide off the bed. And P. Diddy was cracking up. Okay. Okay. Is Ghislaine Maxwell, aka Kristina Koram, is she in trouble? What's her sign, by the way? Okay. All right, I can't with everybody. Buenos dias. Wellness. Very, very disturbing. Okay, so please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Kristina Koram. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Kristina Koram is your child. She is your love. She is your beloved, Father God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 Okay. Just want to polish my nails real quick. All right. Polish my nails a little bit. What's around Kristina Koram? Please call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. Also, subscribe and like and like. Okay. She's holding tight right now. Something will come out after the new year or around Christmas. I do believe that they want to focus on Diddy first, But I think some information is going to make them charge her somehow around Christmas or around New Year's. She is actually trying to negotiate with someone right now, one of Diddy's bigwigs, but they're not having it. They're not having it. This is someone that she knows personally and intimately, but they are not trying to get in the middle of all of this aftermath. She has been a star in this group. There's another woman. Maybe she has an assistant. There's another woman showing up here. Kristina, you have to go to jail. You have to get picked up. You are part of the reason that he got away with all of this. I have to tell you, I also feel like you might have been the mastermind and the brain behind his freak offs and his annihilation of situations like this little girl. I believe that you were the one that came up with uh, a, a, a temporary vaginal IUD. You have been living high on the hog. I don't know if that's the right expression. And you had no feelings for these women. And the reason why you had no feelings for most of these women is because you thought you were better. You thought you came from a place of these women deserved it. I'm not them. They're trash. You thought you were more sophisticated than the women that he was going after. I know that there is a breakdown of white, black, Hispanic, of the races that he attacked, but she definitely did not like brown people, even though I think she's a brown person. I don't know why the star card and the victory card is together, except that I believe she worked up to this position, and I believe she had to get initiated into this position. So I believe that he rammed her too. I do not believe she escaped any ramming, but I also believe she did it willingly, to prove her loyalty to him. And this is something that Cassie would know. That I believe that there were a time or event where she may have shared the same bed as Cassie, and maybe a prostitute, or maybe, no, I think Diddy wanted to do her. Like, that's how he empowers himself. So she became chief of staff once she understood that she had to perform. An offer was made and she took it. And when I say took it, she accepted the offer as a condition to being chief of staff. And she practically begged him for the position. She was like, I've done this for you. I've done that for you. I've seen everything. Like, I deserve this position. I don't know who the former chief of staff is. I would love to figure out who that person is too. because that would say a lot. I also believe her position was conditional upon never having to perform for him again, but to supply him with whatever he needs. Let me see what everybody is saying. No comment. Okay. Oh, comment. A house of mirrors. Yes. Yes. A house of mirrors. Yes. Very disturbing. Yes. Let me see what else I got. She definitely holds all her secrets. And so does another man. Another man, and she holds her secrets. And it could be a man or two, because I'm getting a king of swords and a king of cups. Basically, she did these things because she wanted to show her family American success. I'm getting towards the end. They have a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments. At some point, even if she wanted to get out, she was trapped. There was no way she could leave. Because I feel like maybe the previous chief of staff might have suspected things, might have saw things, but she went in and did things. She self-sabotaged herself for money. But I also think the money started to be a problem. I think he was not getting good returns on his income, which made it harder and harder to pay people. So I feel like people were being paid, but not at a consistent rate as before. And yet he would still make people work with him because he would be like, the money's coming, the money's coming. I hate that. So she was thinking about leaving. But she has this big house or this condo or something. So she couldn't leave because she had this big payment, mortgage payment. Again, she's showing off American lifestyle. You will hear her eventually say that P. Diddy is a very thick man. And I don't know, I'm getting that he used to hear voices. I'm getting that he used to get up in the middle of the night with bad dreams. But she stayed for the money and the perks. If it's not money, it's the perks. There's a story out there about someone being pregnant. This is somebody new being pregnant. I don't think she's living anymore, though. Fire sign woman. Redhead, probably. Oh, child. Need some water. She was the magician. She supplied him everything. And when I tell you everything, I mean she supplied everything. She checked into everything. Whatever he needed, she was the one that found out how he could get it. She was very good at this job. You're going to jail, Christina. You're going to jail. Oh, she's Palestinian. Well, she's a brown girl. Hi, Michelle V. Hi, Stephen. Well, she's a brown girl. And she does not like brown and black other girls. And she took the job because she felt superior. Like she didn't see what was happening to these girls as a problem. Almost like they deserve it type of thing. What's happening here? Hold on. Oh, okay. Almost like they deserve it. She's disgusting. Now, did I show you guys the videos? Let me show you guys the videos. Hi, Bree. Some of the video on her. Sorry, guys. Wait, did I upload the videos? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I feel so exhausted all of a sudden. It's feeling so good this morning. Let me get these videos up for you. What you all got to say? Happy full moon. Oh, yes. I got candle work that I got to do today.
She was promoted to Diddy's chief of staff back in 2020, and she's very important to him. Combs has even written about her on social media. Meet Kristina Koram, chief of staff at Combs Enterprises. Kristina, aka KK, keeps everything in my life and my business running. She's been my right hand for the last 8 years and has consistently proven to execute and get S-word done. Don't know how I'd function without her. In another post, Diddy wrote, "Happy birthday to my ace Boon Coon, my right hand, my day-to-day manager that keeps my world twirling, and she's always got my back. She makes sure that I smile every day and I don't go into those dark places. Today is your day. It's your mother effing birthday. Go KK, it's your birthday. Love you, at Kristina Koram." Combs clearly values Kristina Koram's work and his relationship with her. The lawsuit Lil Rod filed makes some disturbing and salacious claims against Khorram, and again, Combs has denied what's in that lawsuit. First, Lil Rod has claimed that Mr. Combs's chief of staff, Kristina Koram, also known as KK, instructs her staff to retrieve drugs so she can provide them to Mr. Combs for his
Kristina Koram, a catalyst for freak-offs. Kristina Koram, a woman whose influence on Diddy's life is undeniable. By 2014, Diddy relocated to Los Angeles, and it was said that Koram played a central role in supporting this transition. While little is publicly known about Khorram's background, reports suggest she was the daughter of Iranian immigrants and grew up in North Carolina before moving to the West Coast. In Los Angeles, she became well-connected in the fashion, marketing, and entertainment circles. Khorram's presence in Diddy's life is often linked to the radical changes he underwent during this period.
When he was in New York City, he was like that gecko from the Geico commercial. Then he turned and started going, when he lived in Cali and Miami, he turned into Godzilla. I would see him talk about how he using drugs. He was never like that. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed and everything like that. He turned into something that you could consider a monster, bruh. Then he started doing things to people, you understand, that he learned.
His lavish Holmby Hills mansion became infamous for wild, drug-fueled parties, and whispers about her role as his new fixer surfaced.
The center of Sean's orbit and business empire could potentially hold the key to the prosecution. She is Kristina Koram. Music producer Rodney Jones used this same photo, calling Khorram the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein.
So this new lawsuit just came out that shows tons of evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but in the rap and music industry for basically 30 years.
If you thought things couldn't get any wilder with Diddy sitting behind bars, think again, because this is just the beginning. So the feds are now allegedly going after Diddy's chief of staff, Kristina Koram, who's being referred to as the Ghislaine Maxwell, after Jeffrey Epstein's infamous accomplice, who's currently serving 20 years in prison for her despicable crimes against young victims. And y'all, there are some disturbing similarities between the Epstein case and Diddy's whole situation. So let's jump right into it and talk about this Kristina Koram person, aka Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell.
Diddy posted this photo of her to Facebook saying, "Kristina, aka KK, keeps everything in my life and my business running. She's my right hand."
So Kristina Koram has been working side by side with Diddy for years and has allegedly played a huge role in his empire. And now, word on the street is that she's gone missing. There are whispers that Kristina may have disappeared right as the feds ramped up their investigation. And word on the street is that she also took a whole bunch of evidence with her. Now let's start with some backstory on Kristina Koram, because her name has been thrown around a lot lately. If you've been keeping up with all this Diddy drama, you'll know that he's been under heavy fire for his alleged extra and racketeering charges. And Kristina, as Diddy's chief of staff, has been right by his side. And some insiders are saying she wasn't just an assistant, but the mastermind behind the scenes, pulling the strings and luring young victims into Diddy's freak-offs. Kristina started working with Diddy back in 2013 at Bad Boy Records and quickly climbed the ladder. By 2020, she was promoted to chief of staff, and Diddy himself couldn't stop singing her praises. He literally said he couldn't function without her. In a Facebook post, Diddy called her KK and credited her for keeping his world twirling. On January 21st, 2021, Diddy shared this photo of Kristina on his Facebook page and wrote, "Meet Kristina Koram, chief of staff at Combs Enterprises. Kristina, aka KK, keeps everything in my life and business running. She's been my right hand for the last 8 years and has consistently proven to execute and get ish done. Don't know how I'd function without her." Now, I don't know about y'all, but when someone's that close to the action, you know they're deep in the mix. But here's where it gets really sketchy. People are saying Kristina was involved in organizing Diddy's notorious freak-offs. Kristina reportedly actively recruited ex-workers and victims for the freak-off sessions, some of them allegedly underage. Just like Ghislaine Maxwell was accused of doing for Jeffrey Epstein, Kristina allegedly enabled Diddy's sick fantasies as well as his rumored blackmail ring. And it didn't stop there. She's been described as Diddy's manipulator-in-chief, with sources claiming that she helped maintain Diddy's operation by managing all the logistics. She reportedly booked the hotel rooms and ordered freak-off supplies like IV fluid that Diddy would give to his victims to recover after days-long FO sessions. Does that not sound exactly like what we heard about Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein? The creepy parallels are just too much. Just like Ghislaine, Kristina is being accused of using her charm and influence to lure vulnerable women into Diddy's sick parties. And the fact that she's now gone missing? Yeah, she's looking really guilty now. Kristina also deleted her Instagram and LinkedIn accounts as soon as Diddy was arrested, and her only social media still up is her old Facebook page. But there's nothing there about Diddy or her employment at Bad Boy. There are mainly posts and photos from her college days. Now, according to Diddy's federal indictment, he is alleged to have used certain employees, including the high-ranking supervisors, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his and commercial X-ring. According to the indictment, these supervisors facilitated Diddy's freak-offs, which included hiring ex-workers and stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. But the incident didn't actually name any of Diddy's employees who were helping him organize these freak-offs. But remember that lawsuit filed by Diddy's former producer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, back in February? Well, Lil Rod named everybody, and he alleged in his suit that Kristina Koram was the driving force behind Diddy's trafficking operation. Lil Rod claims that Kristina knowingly and intentionally facilitated this trafficking venture, and he even alleged that she was the one who provided illicit substances to everyone involved in those freak-off parties. Lil Rod also described how he complained to Kristina after Diddy started making moves on him and apparently trying to lure him into freak-offs. But Kristina dismissed Lil Rod's complaints and told him Sean will be Sean. The lawsuit states, as a heterosexual Christian man, Mr. Jones was uncomfortable with Mr. Combs' advances and expressed his discomfort to Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Kristina Koram, KK. 5KK responded to Mr. Jones' complaint with, "You know Sean will be Sean." According to Lil Rod's lawsuit, KK also attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' of Mr. Jones's anus and genitals as friendly horseplay, stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing you that he likes you. Lil Rod then goes on to describe how, despite these assurances, on several occasions when Mr. Combs began to undress and walk around his house naked, KK would say, "Okay, I'm leaving now," and she would disappear. KK's hypocrisy is breathtaking at best, or enabling at worst, Lil Rod said. Mr. Jones believes that KK aided and abetted Mr. Combs' schmexual assault and was working with Mr. Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. Through these sexually deviant acts, one would say Mr. Combs has a pattern and practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. This ongoing conduct shows that Mr. Combs cannot be rehabilitated. Later in the lawsuit, Lil Rod talks about the financial side of Diddy's trafficking operation and alleges that Diddy's accountant, Robert Greenhill, would ensure the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to to ex-workers, while Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, Brendan Paul, and KK would also be responsible for ensuring payment to ex-workers in cash. By the way, Kristina Koram is the same woman Diddy's ex and mother of his son Justin was threatening to smack on IG last year after Justin was arrested for DUI. Misa took to IG and shared a bunch of stories dragging Diddy to hell and back, talking about everyone has to sit around for years and act like there isn't anything wrong with you. This is where the buck stops for me. Misa then called out Kristina, seemingly alleging that Diddy sent Kristina to handle her. Misa wrote, "And Kristina, if you ever try to handle me again, I will go straight across your head." But Misa has been really silent since the feds got involved in Diddy's case. And word on the street is that she got paid some serious money to keep her mouth shut. Now back to Kristina. Just a few days after Cassie filed her lawsuit back in November, paparazzi took these photos of Diddy looking really worried with Kristina sitting next to him. But this was most likely staged to show Diddy looking remorseful. But whatever he was trying to achieve with this clearly didn't work. So knowing all these things about Kristina Koram, what are the chances that Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein were running similar operations at overlapping times, targeting different high-profile individuals, but with the same outcome? I mean, we know extortion and blackmail happen all the time in these elite circles, and they need front people to keep the operation running. And as we've seen with Ghislaine Maxwell and many other similar cases, it's easier for these sick men to trick women when they have a woman doing their bidding for them as the middle person. So disturbing and disgusting, but sadly not surprising. Now, word on the street is that the feds are already on Kristina's tail, and it's already been confirmed by people working on Diddy's case that there will be more indictments coming soon. As for fans, they're saying Kristina will probably sing like a canary once they bring her in, and there's no way she's getting out of this one. Unless, of course, they pull an Epstein on her too before she names any names of Diddy's party guests. One user on X said, "Oh, Kristina Koram, she gonna be a major informer and gonna spill every bit of tea, cause she knows if she don't, she going to jail for life too." And someone else wrote, "The Ghislaine Maxwell to P. Diddy's Epstein, Diddy was the two-a-penny crook with big dreams and little talent, given a role at the top of the game with zero credentials and an army of fixers to make sure he could get away with it. Khorram was the intelligence agent that filled his little black book for him. She brought the celebrities in and placed the kids at the parties and let Diddy host it all." But what's your take on these comparisons between Kristina Koram and Ghislaine Maxwell? And do you think Kristina will be the next one to go down after Diddy? Let me know how you
All right. Oh my God. All right. What do you guys think? Think she's going to get prosecuted? What I'm going to say is justice is coming after her. How they get her is a whole nother thing. But justice will be after her. All right. Let me get the final outcome here. Give my nails a chance to dry. Thank you, nails, for trying to dry. Good comment. Somebody saying House of Horror. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, that's the word I use for quiet on set. House of Horrors. Oh. I wanted you guys to see which one I was picking, but it's too late. I already picked this one. All right, let's see. My back itches. Oh. Yes. All right. Upside down. Upside down engineer, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequence. My hair. That's who she is. She's an upside down engineer. So no matter the outcome, she was there for one purpose. No heart. Shadow engineer manifests as a master manipulator, designing situations to one's own advantage regardless of the needs of others. You need to go to hell, Christina. Hell. Today. They need to start focusing on you today. Horrible, horrible woman. All right, guys. Coming on early has its advantages, so I'm going to go ahead and leave. Don't forget, if you want a reading with... Oh, wait. Damn it. Everything is alleged and in my opinion. If you want a reading with me, to book a reading, 213-458-7408. Please subscribe to my channel for all Diddy updates. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. If anybody has any suggestions, let me know in this feed. All right, guys, this is so sad. I'm hating all these people. So sad. Like I'm speechless right now. But yes, you're right. House of Horrors. Also, if you want to donate, here's information for you to donate. I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with me. This morning was a little heavy. Usually it's a lot more fun, but how can it be fun knowing how many victims there were out there and the things that they were done? If anybody wants to see the video, text me, Tracy Brown Live at Gmail me or DM me on IG, and I'll send the video of the newest case that's been found and how graphic it is. But you can find it on, just search BEK Diddy and you'll find it. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I'm sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I shore on TV. She graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.